Welcome back everybody, I'm Absurdum. We're gonna play some more Battle Brothers Legends mod, the Berserker playthrough. We left off, we were about to attack this camp, hopefully see if we can find something good from it. I have high hopes, even if it's just maybe some money and some armor. We should at least get something good out of it. I don't know if we're getting anything that fancy. I don't know if we're gonna really try to assassinate anybody for their gear. We'll see what the leader looks like. We've got a few knives between us. Felt like we had more, but guess not. I want to apologize once again for the absolute disruption and playthroughs coming out. I was like, I have like a whole week off, and I was like, I'm gonna have so much time for streaming and playing through, and then I forgot that New Year's was the thing, and that we were hosting people for it, and then we had another like ad-lib Christmas party get together, and I was, long story short, much busier than I originally anticipated in being. But I'm gonna record some episodes today, so hopefully at least through the weekend we'll be able to get a slightly regular, and then I work all over the weekend and whatnot, so it might get a little bumpy again, but we'll get back on track once the new year is officially kind of kicked off. Welcome to 2020 everyone. I hope it's just as good for you as it is for me, if not better. My only concern here is this is going to be a nasty swamp fight with marksmen. Hopefully we don't have to trudge through there at them, but you never know when they have more range than you do. Oh great, our positioning is terrible. I wouldn't mind getting here, actually. Let's see if we can move up a bit. There's our boy, Mr. Slithering Helmer. Appropriate, I suppose. He does have a helmet. Doesn't look to have anything that great gear-wise. His helmet is slightly higher, but short of that. As is, we're not going to get good ground, but we'll make do. We'll make through. You can get there and stop him though. Let's do that. Let's put you here, even though it's not really where I want you. Just to try to keep anybody else from taking this ground. Somebody probably still will, but at least we can try. 41. Very nice shot there from Heavy Arms. Jeez. That must have been an excellent headshot on his part. I will take it. He's going to be very susceptible to range by not having that shield, which of course stinks. But, well, come on, dude. And we've been stunned. That is a crying shame. Can we... What's our chance to just straight up, like, stab you? 59? It's not terrible. On guard. Do a fair amount of damage. Actually, offhand puncture takes a lot less fatigue. And guard takes up a fair amount. 5 to 50, 20 to... 0 to 18 can ignore armor. Ooh. Very nice stab. You're too tired, but of course. Well, there goes any chance of grabbing that armor, I suppose. Excellent work, and fantastic. Fantastic display of power there. Look at this guy. Look at him. Thinks he's gonna do stuff. He thinks he's gonna hurt people. He's not. Let's just maybe break this shield. Is that still an option for you? Yeah, okay. That guy is really screwed. Move you down. Oh, that was on guard I did, which is not what I meant to do. Just used to hitting number 1 over and over again. So here's the thing. I don't want to stand any of these tiles, but I don't want him to sit there and throw things at us. Sure, eventually he'll stop. Oh, so tired. There's so many perks I need to get on Absurdum, it's not even funny. Not even funny. Oh, crap, that's a lot of armor for you, gone. Absurdum trying to take those shots like a champ. Very nice work. Ah. Afraid I'll try to climb up here then. We'll deal with them. Is this? It's still mucky water, damn. Catch your breath, I suppose. Yeah, he's trying to go for that. We're gonna nail him there, though. Pin him to the swampy water. Not you, Mr. No Armor. Sorry, Otaku. This looks like a job for Unity. Hit him in the head. Perfect. You're tired. Nicely done. We should have hit him with a stab at the end if we could have. I don't think he had fatigue for it. Well, that has made people decide they don't want to do this anymore. Understandable. Because they're losing. I don't love that move I just made. Let's do this. 28, huh? Okay. He has the shield up, so that's going to be a large part of that. No, he must die. Kill him! Get him! Okay, you can't go anywhere. Everyone's so freaking tired. Well, I feel like there's a... Well, that actually did do something. I was gonna say, I don't feel like there's a huge point in that, but I suppose I was wrong. You just have a chain. He's gonna get away, and I'm gonna be very sad about it. Very sad. We'll let him go first. Maybe he won't shield wall and we can have a better chance of stabbing him. Sorry. It was just a thought. He's completely covered by murky water. Suppose we might as well. No. Break that shield. The chance of getting the helmet, I think, is kind of small now since we hit it. I don't know what the actual percentages are, and they might be changed with the mod too, but the more damage it takes, the less chance you have to get it. Even at 100% health, you don't have a 100% chance of getting it, which I feel like is baloney. But you'd just be showered in items after every fight if that wasn't the case, and it would be very unbalanced in terms of selling loot. So I understand it's built into the balance, but I still don't agree with it. Oops, that's not excellent. Here we go. Go ahead, pull that bad boy out. I'm gonna proc 9 lives. He's gonna run, and we didn't kill him. He had 1 HP. And we did 0 damage to him, huh? Very interesting. Incredibly surprising. Unity knows how to handle this. In cold blood. I should have got a shot of the blood just everywhere. I didn't. I have regrets. That went pretty well, as expected for the most part. We got kind of shit all for loot, but that's okay. Things we can sell. At the very least, some slightly better armors for the backline. If that's their thing. I don't remember who is and isn't built for light stuff. It's out of my head. No levels to go home and write about. Let's take a quick look. Excellent, you can do that. I was gonna say, at most I thought they had was Lith, and it does appear to be the case. Which is about 30, so you can definitely sport some better stuff. My armpits itches, it's awkward. If it seemed awkward, it was awkward. Let's go ahead and maybe switch those two out. Can you do a better helmet? Do we have anything? Well, actually, yeah. You still have 10 fatigue points left for Lith the proc, which is awesome. Refresh my mind. Does it degrade over? Hit point damage reduction is reduced by up to 30%, but lowered by the total body above. Yeah, so it works just like Nimble, and if you go above it, it slowly subtracts what you get. So you could go above 30 and still reap some benefits from it. I wonder how that scales. I imagine we'll find out with time. Well, let's take our broken and beaten bodies and go back to Nibelheim. See if we can find ourselves any further trouble. Most likely a camp out nearby. They have a new job for us. Let's sell some of this junk that we have. And we're going to keep these cloth rolls, as we do need them for fabricating. I feel like we have a stockpile of some of these helmets. One I'm not super keen on maintaining. We have no secondary militia spear, which we do need. And somebody very politely pointed out and commented that what it is here. Let's go ahead and give you your glaive back. Give you another shield. When we spear wall, the reason why Astro spear breaks first isn't so much the integrity of the spear, as opposed to this, which the glaive or a boar spear does have a significant amount more durability. And I haven't gone back to watch it. I trust that this is actually the case. Somebody pointed out is when we spear wall and somebody jumps between these two, it is Astro that's proccing every time the spear wall and hitting. So he's taking the damage to his weapon as opposed to the glaive, which makes a tremendous amount of sense. Why it's picking that person over this person, I don't know if it's because, well, it's definitely not because initiative is higher. I'm not really sure. But I think also being at the end is having something to do with it. Now, some of my issue with putting Taku at the end is he's not built to have the underdog in the spear wall, so he's not as prepared to be surrounded. Dodge and things based off his initiative will drop much quicker when he's got more people around him. His defense penalties, of course, will drop. Actually, no, he has underdog too. I'm a filthy liar. But he's not our, like, tanky shield expert, even though we don't have all the shield skills yet. Not necessarily keen on keeping him at the end if all hell's breaking loose on there, but we should be able to rotate out. Worst case scenario, he has rotate, so we could always throw Astro back in there. So for now, we'll try that and see if it makes a difference if we start seriously spear walling again. This is a nice mace. We have a fair amount of these flails, and they're worth a lot of money, and we're not using them. We'll sell that for now. Inventory is still pretty full. I don't suspect any large journeys in the near future, so we should be fine, but I'll sell that for now too. We'll try to make some space. Food is okay. Tools and supplies are okay. Munition is okay. I think we're ready to look at this job and maybe move forward. Greenskins. But you're different. I like you. Say Wolfenstein. If you go west to Wolfenstein, the locals have dubbed the overgrown woodcutter's hut. Large band of orcs. They need scattered. How much are you gonna pay? 1,200? Once again, just like with these guys, there is a decent chance we could find it. We already knew it. Find our own, burn it down, and get a better reward for it. I think when we looked at it before, it was a fair amount of Berserkers, and we were like, maybe some other time. But if we're gonna get paid a decent amount, we might as well. I don't suspect they're gonna drop us anything legendary, and if they do, a famed item, I should say. If they do, it's a good chance it would be a shield or weapon that's really too heavy for us anyways. Save for, of course, Absurdum. So we'll hold off on that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay holding off. Not gonna lie, I like this parry sword a lot. What I don't like about it, and something I would really like to see changed, is how much it screws with the order of your skills here at the bottom. That has been messing me up a lot. Don't care for it in the slightest. Yeah, any argument saying or suggesting that I need to take my time, pay more attention to when I do it, it's only myself to blame for hitting the wrong abilities with it. Absolutely correct. But I have at least 1,000 hours in this game, and it is just ingrained in me that 2 is spear wall or secondary ability, and 1 is the primary attack, and I do it so often that I don't find fault in myself. How about that? I'm perfect in what I do. Yeah, they're gonna find this very juicy. We're not gonna let them just kind of get away with it though. Beautiful shot to the ear. Eventually this line will break. That's okay. We could even do this too. Take some of the beauty of that away. See, I almost did it there too. Taku, Astro, they'll be fine. It's just, you know what? You could recover and get a lot more back. That's something I've seen that I think I could do a lot better, is recovering at the end of some of these turns. Even if it's not a huge difference, when you're kind of spear walling, I think we could squeeze a lot more out of our spear walls from it. Beautiful headshot again. Yeah, get in there. This is how that militia spear ends up breaking. Just like the others. I think we're spear wall maybe one more turn and push forward. Try to get the max out of everybody here. Alright, that's not happening. Interesting. You pushed me off of your high ground advantage. I'm sorry, does that not seem strange to anybody else? It seems strange to me. Glaive. I'm sorry, were you gonna let me parry my friend? On guard them? Seems strange to me. You don't give me a chance to tell me what it would be, but you're gonna let me do it. It's dangerous and something I want to keep in mind. Let's murder. What a perfect time just to be jumping to people, but that one. Not today, I guess. Try to position you up there. KSN, oh god. All over the place. Well, I guess you don't get to do anything now. head game off. Well, Yaku and Pinner did get a good level out of that, despite Absurdum stealing majority of the kills, half the kills on the battlefield. It's fancy bone carver, for what it's worth. And, of course, some money and meat. Mystery meat. Don't know where it came from. Doesn't matter, put it in your mouth. Don't ask questions, just do it. Ooh, dead people. Are there what should be a body? The chest is ripped open, yada yada yada. Things are falling out. Can't tell if it was a man or a woman. Creature could have done this. Spin of the footman suggests that maybe the deed of very determined man. Very determined to what? I wonder. I suspect and am not sure whether or not there is a war going on currently, a civil war. I would think so. We're at the time of the crisis, but I never got a notification about it. And that could just be Legends things that I'm not aware of because I'm dumb, but I think there might be a war going on. Let's spend some time healing, repairing. These tools are too expensive, but we'll pop out of town here real quick and just make sure everything's up to snuff, get some training in. See what everyone's up to. You still need healed. Let's go. How much longer do you have? 1 to 3 days. Not terrible, truth be told. Who's gonna be healing? That's right, Unity is our quote-unquote medic. How could I have forgotten? Let's have you craft. Still crafting one of these. Brilliant. I'm gonna hold on the Traveler Slash. There's that better one that I do want. Don't fall down the rabbit hole of looking at all these things. We're gonna need 3 cloth rolls for the Merchant's Pack. It's kind of awesome looking. Gives us 6 sash spaces. That's a lot. Frontal dagger. We need to find spiders. Alright, so we'll be crafting as well. And you're looking for food, which I don't think we need to do anymore. So let's have you two train. And we'll camp for a bit. Camping's fun. Everyone loves it. Especially if you actually click the button. That's the important part. I heard it's the most important part of camping. Not a camper myself. So I don't know if it's true or not. I do know that we have treated our wounds, repaired 1 piece of equipment while using 0 tools, which is strange to me. Pinner, Astro, Heavy Arms, Yaku, Taku, Absurdum, all ready for the next fight. Speaking of which, let's look at those levels we got. Yaku here is, well, it says here beyond the 11th character level. Character is veteran will no longer receive perk points, but it's my understanding you do. Maybe not everybody. Yaku was very close to being an awesome character. There's some weird things with the perk trees and I don't know. Trying to get you some more resolve. You know, it's pretty bad, truth be told. And fatigue, of course. And that minimum roll here is kind of sad. Having your axe skill up is important. You hurt people with this thing, so. The Magnificent Splinter. Or so I've been told. Why in God's name did I give you Headhunter? Huh. That seems stupid. Huh. Sometimes I worry about previous Absurdum. He does things. I don't know why. Which allows the use of all their skills for 1 round at half. Okay. That's not what I want. 10% of your current hit points is additional max damage. So 9 points at full health. I'm not in love with it. Killing an enemy will return. That slightly interests me. I do see a fair amount of kills, but with an axe, you're not usually looking to kill people either. Is there a favorite enemy you could get for us? That wouldn't necessarily be so bad. You also have, being a blacksmith, some perks that might not be terrible. We already got the field repairs. We could look for increased maximum tool storage. I don't feel a strong need to do that. Effectiveness versus armor increased by 20%. You could go right through somebody's armor. You could chew up armor with this thing. That would get you to about 150. So you could be doing about 150's worth of damage with one axe swing. It wouldn't be terrible. Right now, that's about the max armor we see on anybody. I feel like that is important to kind of remember. Grappling. Second wind. Hopefully you would never proc. Matching scent. Inspire. Enables this character for one turn to move swiftly through without incurring any free attacks. Actually, that seems like a great idea. And we can learn a little bit about it. It looks like you have to activate it, which is interesting, but you can move out of more than one spot. Incurring less fatigue than if you were doing that evasion one, which you don't even have the choice to get. Footwork. This will be interesting. We can learn a bit about it. This is still very much a learning run for me. Do not be fooled. I have some ideas of what Legends run I want to do next, but this is by all intents and purposes a learning experiment. I feel the Phoenix will find himself in these lands soon after this is done. See, you're getting these +3s. I wouldn't have put you in the background or the back line. There we go. It's off by a letter. If I would have known, you would have been getting such great defensive rolls. +2 fatigue. God, your resolve is terrible. Resolve is god awful. Get you some more health. And why am I getting your initiative up? Why is that a thing for you? I don't know. That's a great question. Why am I doing that? Grants 25% chance to apply daze on every hit with any weapon when your initiative and fatigue are higher than that of your opponent. That's a pretty good chance, but that's not typically what you do. Anticipation. You could get something for anticipation. Interesting. Favorite enemy bandit? I don't know. Alright, God, these are terrible rules. I don't want to get fatigue when it's just +2. That's pretty terrible. But getting high initiative, which you have high initiative, it doesn't really do you anything good here. I kind of feel like getting the +3, but you have footwork. I don't know, just... It's nothing... I didn't even accept it. It's nothing personal by any means, but I just have a lot of problems with Yaku and Pinner. If this was my own playthrough and I saw an amazing pickup, I would consider dropping one of them. If this was a playthrough, I should say, that's not on YouTube. If I was just playing. I do play differently on YouTube than I do in my regular games. It's why if you watch any season, I usually do things that get us like wiped. That would be a YouTube decision saying, I should do something really interesting. Typically. Sometimes I full-heartedly believe it's just a good idea. Sometimes I am caught off guard and go, wow, that was a lot more painful than I thought it would be. But normally, I sit afterwards and go, I knew that was going to happen. Why did I get everybody killed? That was stupid. And you can see a lot of regret in my face. That's what happened. But they're not bad characters. They're just not great characters. Like I said, nothing personal against the two of them. When people were asked to be named them, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm happy to. But just so you know, they're not my favorites. When they die, I'll feel more bad for you than I will for them. by a long shot. Speaking of long shots, what perk best defines Pinner at this point then? And I want to say Lone Wolf? No. I want to say I don't know. Shared Conquest, Vengeance, that shouldn't be proccing. Full Force. No. Last Stand with like cat lives, 9 lives would be crazy good. I guess Polar Mastery would let you move more. And still be effective. Let's try it. Why not? We'll keep heading to Castle Wolfenstein here. See if they have any new jobs or any new equipment out there that are not being raided by greenskins. Oh, what is all this now? This is it. Okay. So they have another parrying dagger, which is intriguing. Two-handed club. Two-handed mace. It's nice to see how they compare. Battle glaive. Cat of Nine Tails, which I'm not particularly interested in either. Over here, your tools are reasonably priced. They'll pick up a little. But I think that's going to be more or less it, unless the armor has something truly amazing. Which I'm not going to hold my breath on. No, we could very much afford some better armor. The light scale armor is kind of a decent choice, really. That's a better pick too, because let's see, 70, it's a 40 difference, but it's a 50 difference in terms of fatigue comparison. Hopefully that makes some sense. What do you, 170 for 21. So this is even better. For that fatigue cost, we could put something on there, upgrades it more. Let's buy one. So I'm not thrilled with some of my armor choices, which is strange because it's the back line, but the front line all has Lith, with the exception of you, who already has that armor. So it's strange. Everyone in the front line, with the exception of these two, are like pretty much naked, or literally naked, and the back line's tankier. It's just strange offset there. It's not what I typically do. It's not like I feel like you typically see. But so it goes. So it goes. Vapor Warfare. Why not, I say. 20 experience for 5 battles. Sure. Unity. Why not? We've got money. We've got money. I would like to spend some of it here soon. Hiring people such as Donbert, potentially. Or someone of the likes, you know. We don't know a tremendous amount of things about him, but being a sellsword, having some could be quite nice for us, depending on what the random perk tree gets us. Regardless, this is where we're going to end the episode. We'll probably head up north here soon, or more or less stick around this area, see if we can find some spider contracts or something of the like. That's still my immediate goal, but I want to thank everyone for coming by. I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you guys had a great holiday / New Year's. And of course, I hope to see you again soon. Take care.